All right, after so long, it is finally time to see if we are going to be able to win this balance bear wrestling competition that we have had with our pure-blooded Yukirs and this balance bear for so long. It is a beautiful creature, and the Yukirs are really kind of coveting its lovely spotted coat. I think it's absolutely glorious, and they want to use that pelt to line their nest. But vanity might actually spell doom for our pure-blooded Yukirs. We are really getting to the point where we might lose our purest of our bred Yukirs after so many generations, and I would be devastated if that happened. So hopefully we'll finally win this balance bear match and be able to get all of these guys to move on and start having more babies who carry those classic Yukir family traits of having the wonderful mega horns, especially black mega horns, which are kind of the thing with the purebred Yukirs right now, cracker jaw, armored body, and hammer tail. And Crove here has very high fertility, so he really should be having babies left and right, even if it's a little bit of a risk because a lot of his sisters end up really close to him immunity wise, but we're kind of backing ourselves in a bit of a corner with the Yukirs that way right now. So we'll have to see what we can do, but holy days, it is time to finish out this balance bear battle, so let's see if we can make it happen. Sasuke, you need to have a child with Akia, actually, so let's make sure. Oh good, she's pregnant now. Alright, so Sasuke is going to deliver what blows he can. We're almost there. Crove is going to deliver the blows he can. Oh my gosh, we're going to actually do it! We're actually going to do it! Crovey! We did it! We finally did it, you guys! We have finished out that balance bear wrestling match, and we're going to see how much food the balance bear can provide. So Akia is going to jump down here, and she is going to grab the food. I have never destroyed a balance bear before. And we're going to build a nest right where the balance bear has passed away, and we're going to see how much food, Oh my gosh, we're already up to 20 food. Oh my goodness. Maybe that was worth it? Wow, 30 food? Okay, that may have been worth it, and we can say that we got a really nice pelt out of it too. So that is awesome. All right, you guys, balance bear battle is done. We are gonna build a nest right over here under this little pine tree, and we're gonna say they use the balance bear's pelt to line that particular nest. But it is about time that this branch of the family tree really start breeding hardcore, because we are running low on our perfect Yukir genes, and we always need to have a healthy supply of those guys backed up while we perform some experiments elsewhere on our snowy island. Also, we haven't named this island yet, so we really need to come up with a cool name for it. But those experiments include trying so hard to have a child with the mammoth foot passed on, but it is really proving to be very difficult to do that. We have now had 2 children with Moon and Elf, and they have only had children that have double runner's leg. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to be the easiest thing in the world to pass on the mammoth foot. Maybe runner's leg takes precedence, so maybe we need to look for some of our mammoth foot creatures who don't have runner's leg, but I think all of them do. Yeah, all of them have runner's leg other than their mammoth foot, so we're going to have to watch out for that. We do have, actually, I think we have more mammoth foot creatures right now than we have purebred Yukirs. We do have another set over here with Ankylia and Kuno, so we might try breeding them as well. And we have 2 more genetic experiments we're doing on the Yukir's island, like Opal here, young Opal, whose father Steel is just about to pass away, and Steel has finally managed to secure the side of the island in his mind and protect his daughter by taking out multiple predators who have come to threaten her life. So he is very happy that he has done his duty as a father. He has been an amazing father for his daughter as well. And he also has his son right over here, Tuin, who is very happy to join in on the Hedgehog Explorer group that we've got going. Also, I wonder if they want to eat that Dodomingo. That Dodomingo might make a good meal. But we'll have these little ones kind of stay nearby and keep an eye. There we go. Come on, Domingo. I think that really Tuin is more interested in eating you. But they'll stay nearby still during his final moments up here. The hedgehogs are our final little genetic experimental branch we have of the Yukirs. They are all spiky body children with one no paw who have been born into our family. I think in one way or another they're more or less all related to Masiko. I don't know if Cory is. I don't think Cory is, but it's just very interesting that we ended up with all these spiky body creatures who all have no paw, and they're not all immediately related. I think they only maybe share like one sibling relationship through one parent with these two, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna let our little hedgehogs wander around this edge of the island since none of the rest of the Yukirs have gotten there. But if food becomes a risk again, which thank you Balance Bear, actually we're kind of set for a little while. But if food becomes a risk again, we might have our hedgehogs be released and they can just wander freely. But they are the group that for some reason I'm kind of attached to, and we might back up our Yukir save to follow their little side story in the future. And like I mentioned a couple episodes ago, so when we did the Yukirs last time, we may start doing those kinds of side stories a lot more often now that I know how to back up the saves and restore them, and we could run them at different angles and just see where the different branches of the family tree might go, since we have our daily niche adventure challenge, my personal challenge to try to play one episode of Niche at least every day for the end of the year. Whew, it's going to be a big one, especially because I'm getting ready to go back to the United States right now. So just be aware, I'm going to do my absolute best to make that happen and make all the cool things surrounding that happen thanks to the amazing Niche developers. But we'll have to see where we go there. Alright, so let's see what happens. We're going to come over, and Kuno can come down and kind of settle next to this spot and gather up these nuts. I think he'd be very happy about that. Kiri is very happy to collect up these bits of food, and I think Opal, can she do anything? I think Opal might go ahead, and we're gonna go and let her sort of fall in love early on with Kuno, and we'll move her up and kind of get her ready to climb into the nest right up there. And then Akiri, we can have her gather up, since she can't gather up any more of these berries for a while, she can clear out some of this grass. She does have a little bit of that like Yukir urge to see what's in the grasses, and she has the mammut fruit so she can stomp things down. But I might have Akiri and her half-brother, let me see their genes. I might let Akiri and her half-brother Kuno go ahead and have some children, but Kuno, let's see, Akiri actually has the hammertail recessive too. Do I have a male over here with hammertail recessive? I do not. I only have females with hammertail recessive. Darn! It is going to be very interesting and very hard to get the genes where I need them to go. Camise is very happy just to stay here with her children on this particular spot. Let's see. Lavisa. I think Torikine might be interested. He might be able to breed with Semi, actually, and try having some healthy creatures. I worry that the no horns will always take precedence over the mega horns, but he and Simi might be able to breed up. So I might keep this little branch of the family kind of clustered together next to the tree and near the bones of Tataku and Xenophilius. I'm gonna miss Xenophilius so much, and I might keep them here because we need to keep our creatures near these really useful trees. But he might start looking for some clamshells at least. Do you see any clamshells? Darn, no clamshells nearby. Alright, so relieved we finally took out that balance bear and we have so much food. Tasco, would you be a good mate for one of my females? We're really gonna have to just see. It's so hard to figure out what the risk is worth when it comes to, let's see, there's a clamshell we might be able to have him get. Actually, I think it's in water that's a little too deep. It's so hard to tell what the risk might be to keep the mammut foot in. Alright, so another child not born with mammut foot. Getting a little desperate there. So we'll continue our breeding efforts. And then we'll have Elfrida kick this. At least little Anna, which I think I'll leave her name because that's really cute. I kind of like the iteration of double syllables and lots of vowels on creatures with lots of spots. It just seems to fit pretty well to me. But we will leave her right here, and she can stay with her father Elfrida and gather up nuts. But I think that little Akko is too adventurous for this nonsense anymore. And he is going to start wandering away from his family nest, especially because he is our little trickster. His name, Akadok, is meant little trickster from the person who submitted the name. And now that we have tons of food, he might start wandering the side of the mountain and maybe finding some new resources. All right, so we've got a lot going on. I don't think anybody's on the nest right now. Then we need to make our little balance bear pelt nest. So let's get Akia. We've got to get... We're losing creatures. We've got to get breeding. So we're going to build some nest, and Ferdinand is going to get... Ferdinand, oh my gosh. Ferdinand is going to scooch out of the way, and he can help out with gathering up some food in a second. Crovey is going to curl up in this nest. They're going to have their babies. Crove is going to stay right here, and they're going to have tons and tons of children. You can actually get over here and help out. Oh my gosh, who are you? It's a rogue male! No! Oh my goodness. And he's got spiky body! I can't attack him! Because if you attack a creature with spiky body, you do take damage. No, what am I gonna do? Oh, decisions. Oh, dang it. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll have to have some of my extra males like Akko. I think Akko might try to attack him. We don't even have poison fangs to be able to tell him a true what for and get him out of here. Oh my gosh, Tosco at least got that clam. Oh, that's going to be tense. Alright, I think that Akko would be a little annoyed and trying to chase him down so he doesn't mess with his mom. Oh my gosh. Alright, an elf. Ah, I think Moon. Moon, jump over here. Jump to safety, Moon. Oh no, she's being chased down. She's being chased down. I don't think Akko would allow that. He isn't really needed for breeding either. He's actually going to be pegged as a non-breeder because he doesn't have Mammut fruit. He doesn't have Hammertail, and he's got very low fertility. So maybe he will defend his mother by attacking this rogue male. Oh, so bad when they have spiky body. And we don't even have like fangs to be able to really chase them away. All right, you guys stay more or less right where you are, please, or else I'm going to really be in trouble when it comes to the purebred Yukir line. I mean, I guess Crove can jump over here for now to gather up some clams, but he's got to go right back over there where those females are to have babies as soon as he can. And Crove and Camise, they've got identical genes, so that might be kind of a risk, but I'm going to send Camise over to Crove and get her pregnant because we need to keep all of the megahorn hammer-tailed creatures going that we possibly can. So better to risk a pregnancy with them than to risk losing those genes, I think. Alright, and Simi is old enough to possibly breed with Torakon. And now they do have a lot of extra food right now, so now would be the time to kind of work on those kinds of experiments. But I think we'll wait for just a little bit, just to build up a slightly larger food reservoir. And Tarakan, we'll let you kind of wander over here to look for more food on the other side. We'll focus on these guys for now, and we'll focus on these guys for Mammut food. But otherwise, I think that it's better to save the food for now. Alright, so let's come over. I'm gonna miss Steel so much. He didn't even leave his bones behind. Steel, you didn't even leave your bones behind, Amorn! Did a bunny run off with those bones? I'm gonna be so offended if a bunny ran off with those bones. And I heard a predator. Why is Opal's life always in danger? She's heavily pregnant and there's just Dodomingos in every nest. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think our hedgehogs are gonna come to the rescue again. Get out of here. Get out of here. You think we're just gonna let you, like, attack our precious little ones? I don't think so. Get out of here, predator. Alright, and these Dodomingo. They're so cruel. They're just jumping around inside of our nest. Okay, get in here, Opal. Drag yourself in where you can relax and be heavily pregnant. And meanwhile, I think that we'll have a very annoyed Anakiri attacking the Dodomingo. I think when you attack them, it attracts other Dodomingo, but technically that also brings food right now, so I don't really mind. Alright, let's gather up that bit of food. And our hedgehog army, I'm really loving these guys, actually. Our hedgehog army is trying to take out this carnivore and teach him what for. They may not be Yukirs with their armored body, but they're not afraid of a little bit of rough and tumble. Ooh, and we have over 100 food. That hasn't happened in a long time. It's gonna be gone in just a second, but still. Alright, bring on my babies, please. I need Yukir children. Dun dun dun! Females! Yay! And oh no, the temperature is dropping. Not good. Also, holy moly, beautiful panda pattern and black ram horns. I love it. All right, let's pull up the names for our little ones. We have got ooh, Zali. There's even a way to pronounce it. So, let's see. Zali. There we go. Zali. I deleted it before off the name list before I wrote it down. All right, so little Zali, which I really like. That's a beautiful name. So she has now been born, and we've got, ooh, look at the beautiful shade of that lighter color on these these antlers. These are very attractive, these mega horns. All right, and we're gonna name this one little Cory. So I think that's a good name for a little girl. So we'll name her little Cory with a C. And we've got those purebred babies up and going. And then we're going to get Crove over here. Thank you very much. And they're going to have more babies very soon. So let's see, Crove, we'll scooch you this way. And then we're going to have Akia come over here. No! What do you mean both those matings failed? Not good. Not good at all. Oh my goodness. And we'll have little Ferdinand come back over because it's getting colder. So everybody needs to start gathering near some family trees. Camise is going to jump over. She knows where to go when it's time to start warming up again. She's got a wonderful little family over here who is really dedicated with all of their mammut foods to keeping everybody warm. Let's grab this piece, and then we're going to have Torakin jump out of the water. And let's see, Lavasi is going to jump over and help kind of keep everybody warm. I think I'll have Camise go into the traditional nest over there, the permanent nest, to have her child. And then these little ones can kind of keep an eye on the clams that might show up on the beach side. So what do we have over here? Please, mammut food. I'm begging you, mammut food. Double mammut food and double the immunity. Oh no. I mean, oh yes for some things and oh terribly no for others. Oh my gosh. All right. Elfrida, you have had a son who looks like you, and a son who will be able to pass on the goals of your dreams, of his dreams of keeping everybody warm and guided in the cold weather with mammut food, and hopefully going to the next island. I don't know if this little one is quite strong enough for that, but let's pick a good name out for him. And ooh, oh my gosh, this is a big name. Death Anrius, which is kind of a really cool name and reminds me of Xenophilius. So we're gonna have his name, little Death Anrius, which I think Elfrida would be quite proud to bestow upon his son, even though he's got doubled up immunity. And we're gonna have Moon jump out of the nest and kind of get a little bit of distance. Ditto on Anari, she's going to have to give a little bit of distance to her sibling, and we'll yank that leech off of her, because we have got to watch out for those unfortunate genetics. We'll get Moon pregnant again, but Death Anrius can go and live inside of one of these hot springs and at least have Mammutfoot, Recessive Megahorn, and Recessive Hammertail. Boom! He's also got Recessive Armored Body and Cracker Jaw, so I think he might actually make a really good mate for maybe Lavasi, because she's got Recessive Hammertail, she's got Armored Body, she's got Cracker Jaw. Lavasi and Death Anrius might actually make really great mates. Ah, dang it, why do they have to share D? Okay, actually, Simi would be a perfect mate for him, because they would have healthy children who would have a much higher likelihood of having Mammutfoot. They both have Hammertail, they both have Cracker Jaw, they both have, well, they have Recessive Hammertail, Armored Body, and Mega Horns. We might have a match made in the snowy heavens. Alright, so we might have Death Anrius and Simi actually end up becoming mates. And we may not need to have Torakan and Lavasi end up becoming mates, especially because he has Swimming Tail. So, we might just have them take care of Camise and her children over here. Alright, so we'll keep an eye on that. Opal! Opal has given birth! Oh my gosh! To a child with mega horns and recessive hammertail, really high fertility, and recessive gills. What? This is so cool. I did not expect Opal to have such a Yukir strong son. That is awesome. Let's get him a really good name. I'm going to go all the way up to the top of the name list for this one, and we're going to name him Zakaya. which means intelligent from the person who submitted this name list. I like it. And he's got mammut fruit. What? Wow, that just goes to show you never know what you may end up with if you really just twist your family tree in a total knot. That is so interesting. He has got mammut fruit and megahorns, and he's got recessive hammertail. No armored body, but hey, that's really far for a lot of these different traits. We're gonna have to send him over to the other side of the island to meet up with the purebred Yukirs. That's amazing. Zakai, wow, and he's got really high fertility. Kuno, nice. Kuno and Opal. Wow, I might make them have another child because that was such a cool kid. So we might have them go ahead. They're just going to be in their own little world gathering nuts and kind of really pleased with their new son, who doesn't have the armored body, so I need to be careful there. Almost let him get eaten by a predator. But wow, and I think Ankiri would be quite intrigued with this little guy too, and maybe want to watch over him, so I'll send her over. She really reminds me of Anka and her willingness to take care of little nichelings in the nest. I wonder, could they breed? They might have an unhealthy child. But, I mean, they do have mammut foot. They both have mammut foot and megahorns. So there might be risk. I might need to start being a little bit more risky with our Yukirs. And we're going to eat that Domingo. There we go. And Duvai is getting a little cold. Corey is... Well, why is Duvai getting cold? We'll scooch him into the little triangle. So we have our 3 little hedgehogs moving as their hedgehog army together. Very nice. Alright, so we've had some interesting twists to the family tree out of the blue, which is kind of fun. And then we've got, let's see, Tosco. Could he possibly be a good mate for... No, not really. We've got to be careful with these mammut foot, but I finally had a double mammut foot. Death on Rias. Of course he has to be super sick, and we're starting to breed up. Hopefully, we didn't have any successful breedings. Come on, Grove! You've got, like, really high fertility. Help me out here, buddy. We're gonna have to continue to try to breed them up pretty well. Let's see. We'll gather up some of this food. Good, good, good. And where did that rogue go? Alright, so that rogue has vanished. Much to Akko's annoyance. I think he would really want to make sure that that rogue stays away from his mother. So he might stick around here to clear out the grass and try to defend everybody. But guys, nice! So Simi, I think we're going to go ahead and try to have Simi and Death on Rias hopefully become mates. We just need to get Death on Rias up into one of the hot springs before he ends up dying of the cold. And we do need to still settle this side of the island so we can pull food from it. But we're definitely ending up with some surprising twists in the family tree by breeding together the most random creatures. So it might be fun. I wonder if having the no pot in there is what encouraged the mammut foot to come out. Maybe! Huh. We might be learning a little bit about the genetic focus of some of our creatures too, so Alright, Death on Rias, you've got a big burden upon your tiny shoulders, and you've got a very bad cold. I wish I could provide you some remedy for that, but the nearest healing plant is quite a distance away, so we'll get him comfortable into a hot springs, and we will send Simi over, and we will see if we're able to get the mammut foot going, and then start weaving it in with these black megahorned lines that we have on the purebred niche family tree. And we're getting really risky on their genes too, so we're going to continue to breed them up. But yes, we took out the balance bear and we got so much food now. I think we're going to be okay. We'll probably not leave this island until we have better genes and until we manage to get a bit more food, but we'll have to see what unexpected things the Yukir family tree offers for us next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.